Let me guess. Right now, you have 47 browser tabs open, you've got a Notion dashboard with 18 different productivity systems, you've read Atomic Habits twice, highlighted deep work in 3 colors, and you've revised your 5-year plan so many times it should be called a 5-year theory. But here's the thing. You haven't actually done anything, and the person who barely graduated high school, they're out-earning you. They launched the business you're still researching. They posted the messy video you deemed not ready. Your intelligence has become a prison, and every brilliant analysis you do, it's just another bar on the cage. Let's talk about what you're actually doing all day. You call it research, I call it productive procrastination. See, most people want to start a YouTube channel, so they start a YouTube channel. They grab their phone, hit record, and upload something imperfect. But you spend 3 weeks comparing camera specs. You audit 15 successful channels. You create a content calendar for the next 6 months. You study SEO optimization, thumbnail psychology, and the YouTube algorithm like you're defending a PhD. And then you don't post anything because it's not perfect yet. It's like revving a Ferrari engine in neutral. Lots of noise, impressive horsepower, zero movement. Meanwhile, someone else with an iPhone 8 and a ring light from Amazon, they're on video 47. They're learning from real feedback. They're getting real subscribers. And you're still in the research phase. Congrats, you're the smartest person in the parking lot. Here's the word that's destroying your life. Perfect. Perfect is the most expensive word in the English language. It's not about standards, it's about fear. You're terrified of looking foolish. And I get it. Your entire identity is built on being the smart one. You were the gifted kid. You got straight A's. Adults told you that you were going places. So now, you can't allow yourself to be a beginner at anything, because beginners look inexperienced. Beginners make mistakes. Beginners post videos with bad lighting and rambling scripts. And you'd rather do nothing than risk being seen as average. Let me tell you something that might sting a bit. Done beats perfect, every single time. While you're polishing your pitch deck to perfection, someone else just sent out 50 messy cold emails and landed a client. While you're redesigning your logo for the 4th time, someone else is profiting with a logo they made in Canva in 20 minutes. Your perfectionism isn't protecting your reputation, it's preventing your future. Let's bring in some science that might surprise you. IQ predicts only about 23% of success. That's it. Your IQ, the thing you've been relying on since middle school, predicts less than a quarter of your success. You know what predicts 58%? Emotional intelligence, EQ. But you don't need EQ, right? You can solve complex equations. You understand quantum mechanics. You've read Nietzsche in the original German. That's impressive. But can you read a room? Can you build a team? Can you have a conversation that builds connection instead of just correcting facts? Here's the honest truth. If you think networking is beneath you, if you think sales is gross, if you think asking for help is weak, you're sitting alone with your intellect while others are building something real. The people you might underestimate, they're succeeding, not because of raw intelligence, but because of their relationships, their willingness to be vulnerable, their ability to execute imperfectly and improve as they go. Here's the paradox. The more you know, the harder it is to decide. When someone with average knowledge wants to launch a product, they see one path forward, so they take it. When you want to launch a product, you see 47 possible failure modes. You've read case studies of companies that failed. You know about survivorship bias. You understand market saturation. So you freeze. This is called analysis paralysis, and it's holding you back. You have so much information that you can't move forward. You're drowning in data. Every decision feels risky because you can see every way it could go wrong. Meanwhile, the person who knows just enough to be dangerous, they're out there learning by doing. iterating quickly, and making real progress. You ever notice how the most successful people in any field aren't necessarily the smartest? They're the ones who moved before they had all the answers. Ignorance isn't bliss. Ignorance is speed. Okay, enough reality checks. Let's fix this. I want you to remember this. Performance equals talent times effort squared. Notice something? Effort counts twice. Your intelligence is your talent. That's wonderful. You have a real advantage. But talent alone doesn't create results without effort. You have a Ferrari engine, but if you're only using it to drive to the mailbox once a week, what's the point? A person with a Honda Civic engine who drives consistently every single day will get further than you, always. Here's what you need to understand. Consistency beats genius. Repetition beats brilliance. Action beats analysis. You're relying too much on potential, but potential without action is just a nice idea. The world doesn't reward intelligence alone, it rewards what you actually complete. So here's your path forward. I'm calling it the stupid system because it's going to feel almost too simple for your analytical brain. Rule number 1, start before you're ready. Not start when it's perfect, not start when you've read one more book. Start today. Start imperfectly. Want to write a book? Write one sentence today, not a complete outline. One sentence. Want to launch a business? Make one sales call, not a polished pitch deck, one call. Design an environment where action is easier than analysis. Simplify your workspace, close unnecessary tabs, set a timer for 25 minutes and commit to creating instead of consuming. Make it easier to do than to overthink. And embrace helpful constraints. Give yourself tight deadlines. Tell yourself you can only spend 10 minutes on this task. Force yourself to launch the beta version, the imperfect, rough around the edges version. Because here's the secret. You don't have a knowledge problem, you have an execution problem. And the only solution is doing something so straightforward that your brain can't overcomplicate it. Look, I know this might feel uncomfortable. I know you might be sitting there feeling a bit called out. That's okay, because you're capable of so much more than you're currently achieving. You've been given a real gift, a mind that can solve complex problems, recognize patterns, and learn quickly. But that gift loses its power the moment you let it replace action. The question isn't, are you smart enough to succeed? The question is, are you willing to act before everything feels perfect? So, here's your challenge. Do one simple, imperfect action today. Not tomorrow, today. Post the rough draft, send the imperfect email, record the not quite ready video, and then do something again tomorrow. Because the world doesn't need another brilliant person with a great idea. It needs people who actually follow through. So here's my question for you. What's one imperfect action you'll take today? Write it in the comments. Make it specific. Make it real. And if you want to keep growing and taking action in your life, subscribe. We grow by doing, not just thinking. See you in the next one if you're ready to take that first step.